tough fought game. We expected those guys really to play a full game of zone, and they did that. Really good game for us, especially when you come away with the win. On the level of attention to detail you have to give in practice when you go against the zone. And I think now our guys will do a better job with the zone defense just to kind of duplicate game situations. So good one for us, 3 for 23 from 3, and you win a game by 8, 15 turnovers. And I didn't think we did a poor job flashing against the zone, also hitting the short corner, and then hitting the flash guy diving, and to be able to score 70 points in the way we played, 19 for 31 for the free throw line. But we did a great job offensive rebounding, so we found a way to get a win.
Do you figure that teams are going to play a lot of zone against you until you prove it's a bad idea?
Well, I think if I was a betting man, and I'm not, when you had several NBA teams that came here, just offensively to defend us in a man with so many weapons, it'd be tough. And basically those NBA teams said, you'll probably see a lot of zone this year, just because the guys can make plays off the dribble in a man. But that's fine, because we have guys that can make shots. I just think, again, going through it, seeing it on film, learning, studying, and then moving forward.
But when were those teams in the season?
Just NBA teams, they come in and scout the players, and they just come in and scout the players. Yes.
This is just coaches or scouts?
Yes.
Do you think they forced you into a couple bad shots, or do you think the shots just weren't falling you in?
I think their defense had a lot to do with it, and I think again I have to watch on film. But I thought guys took shots. I mean, you shoot shots, you practice, but that's their job. I thought the middle was open. I thought the low post was open. I thought dribbling gaps. We just made a small adjustment, taking Tyrone off the ball up top and put him on the wing so he can attack from the wing. The unfortunate part with Tyrone, he's probably our best flash guy, and Jordan Matthews probably our second best flash guy. Well, you don't want those guys really flashing because they have to make plays for you, and Jordan flashing, well, it's a shooter. So we have to continue to get guys better at the flash part, really being aggressive, looking for the ball in the middle. Because the biggest key against the zone, you got to be able to flash that middle. And I thought we didn't do a very good job with that, and I have to do a better job in spending time with that.
Obviously your starters have been productive, but do you want to see more out of your bench?
Of course, I do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be points, but it has to be better production. I thought Steven Domingo played well, made some big plays, kept the ball alive. I thought he did that. But I think they'll be better. But definitely want to see more production.
You talk about Ivan Rabb's game and another double-double, but once again he seems to have some issues with the foul trouble, and they're calling the game really tight right now.
I thought he played well. Outside of the fouls, I thought he played really well. Rebounded the ball, kept the ball alive, made plays, blocked shots, makes good decisions with the basketball when he's doubled in the post. I thought he played really well. And again, in watching him play, I could tell he had a good game without looking at the stat sheet. You can tell he played well, and he did a really good job of being assertive, being aggressive. And then now the biggest key is just trying to keep him out of foul trouble.
What does he have to do to?
Well, I think, just really, I have to watch each foul. I think the last foul, when he was guarding the point guard on the ball screen switch, the point guard attacked the rim when he fouled. And I think the 2 fouls when 34 got him up and under, those all legit calls. He has to stay down. Stuff we teach in practice, stay down, be big, force him to come over the top. So those 3 fouls, I think those are legitimate calls, and I can't remember the other one.
Come to good or bad, you did do a lot of looking, so things didn't go well, but you still able to pull out the game. Is that a good test, a good stepping stone for this team?
Oh, it's always good. I'd always like to be on the winning side and learning lessons than the losing side. So now I can go back and it's a little bit better and our guys understand. But you want this early. You want to see that. I guess the team, they normally play zone. That's what they do. They'll play some man. They have good length in their zone. You have to find and get through the seams, make plays. So I'd rather have it now just to feel it. So now when our guys, when we see it again, they're prepared, they know how to move, and they'll understand what we mean by hitting the short corner, the high post, but your flashes have to be aggressive. Because the one thing about a zone, the guy that flashes through the zone, he has to be a guy that's a playmaker. He has to be aggressive, he has to be assertive. And Tyrone wanted that tonight, but again, I needed him in other areas. Because if he's flashing, I imagine the whole team would collapse on the flash. Now, other guys have to make plays from the perimeter.
Were you okay with how much they shot?
I never. Well, I wanted to attack more like they did in the second half. Now, again, I have to go back and watch each three-point shot in the second half. I didn't think we were very assertive in the first half, And I thought in the second half we were better off the bounce and making plays and attacking the rim, throwing the ball in the post. So I thought that part was better. Now, each particular three-point shot, I need to look at it and say whether or not it's a good or bad shot. But, I mean, that's not necessarily my gauge when they're in it. I'll tell guys get closer to the line more than anything. But if it's a shot you practice, then shoot the ball.
You rebounded the ball really well. Is that the thing that you're most pleased with, Brett?
Yes, I mean, again, I'm happy with the win, and I'm happy to play against a zone like that and to be able to win the game. So now we can go back and learn from it as opposed to losing. But I thought our guys did a great job keeping the ball alive. And that was one of the things we talked about. Attacking the offensive glass because they spread out so wide, especially with the reputation of Jordan and Jabbar. We figured they'd be out wide and give up something, probably give up low post play one-on-one. So we figured the offensive rebound, we'd have an opportunity to get it off the glass.
You guys have anything else?
Speaking of just Jabari Gordon offensive rebounds, so he did a really good job sort of heating the messes of attacking the ball. I think it's 4 offensive rebounds, and he had some big rebounds for you guys. Kind of like his performance tonight.
Thought he played an overall good game, and even the previous 2 games, he probably didn't shoot it as well, but I thought he played a good game. And my gauge is really stay aggressive, be ready, be shot ready. Don't get consumed whether or not the shot is falling. And he doesn't, but he has to have an overall good game. And I thought he did a solid job. I thought he had 2 bad fouls, fouling the guy at number 2 in the last couple of situations. But other than that, I thought he did a good job really defending, rebounding, boxing out, keeping his spacing, yes.
You guys good?
Did you have a sense entering this game that East Carolina was going to be your toughest opponent today?
Oh yeah, well, I watch them on film, and I've seen Jeff teams. I know they play zone, they mix up a little bit. They're physical guys. They play a tough brand, and for us, it wasn't necessarily. Now number 2 he's a big time shooter. White, he can shoot the ball. I felt like we were probably the better team, but I didn't think it would be easy just because how physical they play and the way they play. And they run a lot of, with the way the game is officiated, they attack off the dribble, they spread you out, make plays. And if you're not ready to go out off the dribble, it can be a long night.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.